สวัสดีครับเราจะไปนิมมานนะครับนิมมานครับ
It's been 3 years since Songkran was able to be held without any restrictions in place, and there's no better way to celebrate Songkran than traveling to Thailand. You know where Songkran originated from? Let me show you how Chiang Mai is like during Songkran. There are two main areas of interest when it comes to partying. The first is Niman Road, where it's more catered for tourists. You can always start your Songkran celebrations early, but people generally start coming out around 12 noon. I'm along Niman Road right now, and it's time for me to be a menace.
The watering plant, watering plant.
For those of you who don't know what Songkran is, it's a festival where there are huge public water fights throughout the country to mark the new astrological year. It generally starts around 13 April and lasts 3 days, ending on 15 April. For outsiders like me, the idea of Songkran has now devolved to an excuse to drink and party and hook up with girls for 3 days straight. Personally, for me, I don't enjoy Songkraning in Bangkok. I mean, to be fair, everybody from all corners of the world are coming to Bangkok at the same time for Songkran. This essentially creates an imbalance where the foreigner to Siambu ratio is like 8:1. Jibai, if I want to go see Ang Mo when I party, I might as well stay at Sung or Maki, right?
Yeah, a bit dry, a bit dry.
That's when I had an epiphany. You see, if you're somebody staying in Bangkok, right, you confirm sian one, right? Then suddenly the government give you 3 days holiday. You think you want to stay in Bangkok or you want to do a short vacation? Do you see where I'm getting at? Next, let's find out where the top 3 domestic travel locations are in Thailand. I can easily tell you it's Phuket, Pattaya and Chiang Mai. Then let's do some quantitative deductions. Those that normally go Phuket already know that there only got Ang Mo one. So normally it's those thick black kind of girl that I'm not interested in. So no harm, no foul, nothing of value will be lost if they go there. Then the next batch that go Pattaya is cause they like the beach but they cannot afford to go Phuket, so they travel to Pattaya. Then if they drive to Pattaya, most likely is guy drive, right? So if they got guy, right, then for what I try to kill them? Got extra challenge for what? When it's time to cross the road, it becomes a full-fledged water fight against the people from the other side of the road. So now we have the last demographic who is not the black kind, and then also got no guy one. Where will they go? Chiang Mai. They want to go somewhere different enough from Bangkok so that it feels like a holiday. And there you have it. That is my personal analysis as to why the go-to destination for Songkran is Chiang Mai. The second area where Songkran celebrations generally occur in Chiang Mai is the outer square area of the old Chiang Mai city. Last time, the best way to protect your kingdom is to dig a trench and then fill it with water so the enemy cannot easily pass through. If you see Chiang Mai on the map, you can actually see the remnant of the old moat surrounding the city. Around the outer part of the square is where you find the locals partying at. As you can see, the traffic has come to a standstill. Last I heard, one Siambu friend tell me she tried to casually drive past here, then she gonna stuck for 5 hours on this 1.5km stretch of road. You get more fun over here, but then here you see they draw water from the river one. Fuck sia, who am I kidding? Of course they draw water from the river lah. I just have to be sure not to let the water get into any of my orifice because this one combined with sewage water one. So obviously I confirm kena something I don't know lah. Here are some tips to surviving Songkran the next time you go over. 1. Waterproof your valuables. Everything from your phone to your passport to even your money is susceptible to water damage, especially when you kena the pale AOE damage instead of the water gun. Make sure to carry a waterproof bag to ensure that all your belongings are dry in the event of an AOE attack. 2. Covered shoes over slipper. You might be thinking that it will be more gao-wei if you are wearing covered shoes as the water will get trapped in the shoe unlike slippers. However, the upside of a covered shoe is better grip and traction. Slippers, well, they get slippery. And along with the constant juking from enemy lines, with the lack of friction, right, your foot tends to go through the whole of the slipper and you might end up with a bad case of slipper foot. 3. Eyewear on. I make the mistake of wearing contacts this Songkran, thinking that it would be better than glasses as I will have to constantly dry my glasses over and over again. However, the long range of water guns can most often be damaging enough to displace your contacts, rendering you blind. Furthermore, the poison damage from the river water might cause permanent and irreversible damage to your eyes without protection. My advice, wear spectacles or some form of eyewear protection. 4. Charcoal peels. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy street food, but the fact that everybody's shooting everything, there's bound to be some indirect splash damage that will land on the food, and there's no way to find out where the water is from. Inevitably, you will ingest something that wants to destroy you, either on purpose or not, and the best way to prevent any poison damage is to consume charcoal peels or the 保质丸 after playing Songkran. 5. Double tap. The constant splashing fills the road up with water such that it's impossible to know whether there might be a secret pothole or a huge rock that might inflict damage on you. Take the high ground as much as possible and always double tap each step on the ground if visibility is at a 0. 6. Be predictable. Crossing the roads in Thailand could be scary because the cars don't seem to stop. Instead of being polite and allowing the cars to pass first, try to be predictable so the vehicles know when to stop. Take this scenario for example. I have entered a choke point which is only big enough for either me or the motorbike to pass through, and instead of being polite, I became predictable and walked through it, and thus any possibility of awkward stopping ceased to exist. 7. Go commando. Being dry fit is not enough. Most of you guys wear cotton underwear, and although your SAF PT shorts can get dry fast, your inner Uniqlo underwear is still holding a heavy amount of water, and goddamn, let me tell you that it retains water like those are the last few drops on earth. A simple remedy would be to get a dry fit underwear from somewhere like Decathlon, or just to go freebird like my friend and I. Okay, but if you are a girl, then maybe you don't follow this tip because as you can see from here, your panties can be quite visible, so maybe it might be better to just sacrifice a bit of comfort to protect your dignity. Lastly, know your exit point. Well, if you're watching this video, you're most likely a tourist and do not have your own transportation. It's important to know where the exit points are and not to just blindly book your ride-hailing services wherever's most convenient. Instead, open up your maps and try to book at a landmark that's further away from the crowd. You might have to walk, but it's better than being stuck in traffic for the next few hours. The inner square of the city is quiet compared to the outer square, but it might be harder to get the vehicles in. Overall, I really enjoyed myself playing Songkran in Chiang Mai. I might be biased, but maybe here really got more Thai lah. Human psychologically speaking, this is a festival that gives you a lot of social proof, cause generally speaking, you will only shoot people who you find attractive or decent. It's always almost a boy shoot girl or girl shoot boy scenario, and there's seldom a same gender shooting. And with this in mind, you get your ego boosted whenever you see some chobu make eye contact and then shoot you, because deep down you know that you are not undesirable to her. With that, I end my guide with me being an asshole in 4K.
Hey, no, Taiwan. Let's go. That's like quite dry also, Anton. You know you're thinking really well. Hey, don't shoot, That fat one. Don't reward the fat behavior.
Until then, this is Ajang Gongtai. See ya. Don't say I never remind you, but I got new gongtaohelpdesk merch right now. Once sold out, no more ready. Visit gongtaoism.com to buy, and don't forget to key in the special code GUGUJIAOSALAKAO. Thanks for supporting me so I have money to add cheese fries when I order KFC.